Wanna do a double Diablos?
Sure. Let's kill these giant dinosaurs. That's what they are.
That's right. That's right.
Let's murder them.
They're weak to ice and poison. I haven't done my paralyzed set in a while. Maybe I'll do that.
Got 4 horns. Too many horns. Has there ever been a Trioblos?
Not yet. Maybe looking into the future.
This too smart. Too smart for these guys. They're not ready for me.
The best paralyzed dual blades are called Rain of Gore,
Ice.
which is horrifying, but they are literally just an umbrella.
Yeah, I guess.
I get it, I guess.
Sure, why not?
I ain't laughing, but I get it. You know, I mean, since I'm doing yellow status, it's once again been a long time since we had him on board.
Piskuma is back.
It's back.
Chris just returned in time to see Piskuma.
I am thrilled to have Piskuma back here with us.
Guess who's back? Back again.
So what is that? Because I hear Griffin say that all the time.
It's a reference. It's a reference to an Eminem song, actually.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Guess who's back? Back again.
The song Without Me.
Tell a friend. But I think I learned of it through Sunny, where they said it organically. You know, or they said it in a way that was different than me thinking it would be an Eminem song.
Huh. In Always Sunny?
I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just making that shit up.
What were we sent? Go ahead and start the hunt while I'm on the phone.
That's what he sounds like through his microphone, dude.
That's how Owen sounds.
Your brother Owen. Have you heard of this guy?
No.
You're welcome.
What?
Oh, you mean Owen, the guy who's filling the Duncan-sized hole in my heart?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, we really ought to actually plan when to do the thing.
Yeah, well, he needs to actually tell us when he's in this fucking country.
Which is, I mean, he won't unless we ask him about it, and then he probably still won't, so...
Yeah. Well, we'll give him an ultimatum before saying it's Owen time.
It's Owen time.
And what time is Owen time?
All the time.
Between 7 and 9 in the morning.
Well, I don't know which of you to believe, but I'm gonna go with the guy who's his brother.
He's biased. You can trust me. I'm a much more neutral source.
Ooh, you know, that is a good point.
Jordan is the moderator on this issue.
Jordan is the New York Times of this issue.
And the New York Times, I'm straight down the middle.
Yep. Always showing both sides, even if there isn't two sides.
No, sometimes I only do the right.
Just whatever I'm feeling like. You know, sometimes I just hit the random button, which, you know, is more fair.
Yeah. Everyone prefers their news be randomly sourced.
What?
Okay. Am I back? Am I at the...
Yes, you're back.
Okay.
Let me get the lucky life.
No.
Oh, no.
Never mind.
Did you need a picture?
I am not sure.
I kind of think you don't at this point.
Oh
Otherwise,
shit! I need a.
that would be upsetting.
I needed a picture of the Apex and Ogre.
I literally thought that's why we were fighting it.
Chris,
No,
he said,
I did the picture. I also didn't do the quest. I did that for the check mark.
Oh, didn't I say to take a picture at the beginning?
yes.
Okay.
He said, "Oh, you got to take a picture of it," and you were like, "Nope."
Oh, did he literally say no?
He was pretty I remember him being pretty emphatic about not needing it.
I remember reading the Mountain Dew Wikipedia page, so I can't say for certain what I said.
Oh, Mountain Dew Wikipedia page. There's been way more Mountain Dews than I've realized.
No.
There's so
Oh,
many
I'm kinda
Mountain
surprised.
Dews.
I'm kind of surprised at how recent a lot of the new ones are.
It's never been a thing a lot recently.
Yeah. Because I feel like there were only like 3 or 4 for the longest time, and then it was like, hey, we're just going to explode with a bunch of new ones.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a relatively recent thing where it used to be you'd get a new 1 or 2 kind of special ones a year, and now it's there's a weird one coming out every couple months.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh, I feel like you could. I feel like Justin McElroy could do a lunch squad that is just about flavors of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I
And it would
think
last,
that's probably true.
It would last for a year. He has done the fucking sideswipe 15 times. Also, just really big.
It's my big boy.
The opposite shouldn't be small. It's just not right for them to be small.
What? How did that? It went so far.
Yeah, that fucking sideswipe has terrible Monster Hunter 3 hitbox, as they all do for some reason.
It's a throwback.
Again.
Tim, I will remind you that you were the guy who was about to purchase Monster Hunter Freedom Unite if it was available to you.
Oh no, I mean I'm still about that. But at least I'll give those games benefit of the doubt. They were on small consoles with baby hardware.
Baby hardware. What's the fucking shit? What's the baby games? The games for the video game systems for babies, the actual ones.
Leapfrog?
Leapfrog.
Oh yeah, those.
Look at me. He turned his head and then turned away after I hit the A button. Why did you broke out of that so fast?
Yeah. Very interested to see what they give the Lance for Sunbreak. Who? Oh. Hi.
You're smaller.
Can you guys either hit each other or leave?
Thank you.
Okay.
They're doing the hit each other then leave. I think I've decided that Major Melon is bad.
Interesting.
That's fair. I think I've decided that green apple is okay.
It is okay.
I'm fine drinking.
I'm gonna keep drinking this though, but I do feel not great. It's possible that's due to outside circumstances though. We can't always blame Major Melon. Unless
Major Melon is a war criminal.
Every time there's a problem in life, I blame Mr. Major Melon.
Just make it your thing.
Yeah. Oh no, that wasn't me that did that. That was this other guy.
It was the Mountain Dew. The Mountain Dew did it.
It's very hard to parse.
What, the continuity of this bit, or
that there are still the two Diablos around. I guess now there's not?
Nope. When's it going?
I also think I don't like dual blades, but Maybe
What
I just
about-
need to
Hey,
get
you
used to
do
fighting
too?
more monsters with them.
Why did you also decide to do dual blades?
Wait, you're dual blades?
Yeah.
I genuinely did not notice that until right now.
I think I changed like the second that you reappeared.
Oh, I think I changed before that.
No, you didn't. Oh wait, maybe you did.
It's hard to say. I know I changed pretty quickly because I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do the same thing twice in a row.
I'll walk over. God, this is the shittiest area to try and do anything with
Yeah.
monsters.
But I can stab its brain.
Yeah, brain stabbing.
I have a single dual blade set for my paralyzation, and that is it. And even then, I probably prefer the sword and shield set I made for it.
Sword.
But it does do a fuckload of paralyze.
I did see one naive fool on, I believe it was the Monster Hunter subreddit, be like, did you notice they're releasing the weapon videos in groups of threes? What if this means there's a new weapon being added? Like, why would they add a new weapon in the DLC to Monster Hunter Rise?
Yeah. Like, they haven't added a weapon since Monster Hunter 4,
Yes.
the original. Why would... And they've never added an... They've never added one in an Ultimate Edition ever, I don't think.
Seems like it would be a lot of like design effort going into something that you.
And they're already putting a lot, it seems like they're already putting a lot of effort into Sunbreak as is.
Yeah.
It's been 2 full years working on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bigger download than the base game.
Is it?
Yeah. So large.
Well, it's probably got quite a few things that they wish they had put in the main release as well.
I would think.
Obviously, COVID did play a part in this release.
They're going to put all of the graphics in this one.
Yeah.
Graphics, that's not a lot in a Monster Hunter game.
It's looked like shit this whole time, but it's only because of coronavirus.
It's because of COVID. They forgot to put the dang graphics in.
Ding dong dell graphics.
Now it's going to be.
Pretty sure
Go on.
Monster Hunter isn't allowed to have good graphics. I vaguely remember that being the last law that Shinzo Abe passed before he was kicked out of office.
Kicked out?
That's their tradition. They kick you out of office with a man wearing a giant boot.
That's
Wow.
what happens in Japan if you lose the prime minister
Yeah.
election. Wait,
It used to be for real, but now it's just ceremonial. It
Wait,
used to be that the
actually-
man needed the giant boot to kick you out,
actually,
but now it's.
I think Shinzo Abe distinctly retired.
Well, that's not how I remember it.
You remember the boot thing?
I remember the boot thing.
Huh. Are you an expert in Japanese foreign policy?
Yes,
Shit, I guess I gotta trust you. You're the New York Times
Gotta
after
trust me.
all.
I am. Yeah, as we have established, I am the New York Times. And if there's one thing the New York Times reports better on, than anything else, it's Japanese politics.
Have you used your Hellfire knockdown yet?
Thank you for reminding me, Tim Carlos.
Which you can use twice in this hunt?
Well,
Ow.
it didn't seem to work that time.
I don't
Hmm.
think I ever saw one near it.
I had the Hellfire on and I did a jump at it.
No, you have to like lay. You have to use your wire bug, which will lay one kind of like a landmine, and then it has to hit it. So if you use any wire bug anything, it will put down a little flamey guy.
I just did 2 wire bugs and no flamey guys.
How are you doing wire bug stuff with your weapons at?
Just a wire bug, not a silk bind or skill bind or silk
I mean,
scope, self scope.
I think you could do a silk bind, but which one are you even doing with your
The stabbies, the brain stab,
stabby?
the brain
There's
stab.
none. You mean like the attached thing?
Yeah, the stabbies. What the fuck is happening?
A lot.
Well, it's about to be more. Owen, do you exist?
Yeah, I haven't heard him. Very long time.
He's not responding, which is concerning.
Yeah.
Re-existence. Which is my favorite isekai.
That's my favorite Cronenberg movie.
Re-existence is shockingly not the name of the isekai.
You don't know that.
Like, how did they not make that yet?
You
Could
can't.
I be?
Yes. Sort of.
Yeah.
Better than before, which is at all.
Tim, I don't think you can say with exact certainty that re-existence doesn't exist.
You're probably right.
I decided with Chris on this one.
Yes. The New York Times trusts me.
He's my source. And as you know, I never give up a source. Anyway, how much money you got in your pocket right now?
Who's your source?
It is. I can't give that up.
I'm asking politely.
I can't. I'm sorry. I have journalistic integrity or whatever. I can't give up my source.
I represent
unless
Breitbart. Who's your source?
Oh, am I supposed to be on my source to Breitbart? I don't really follow the New York Times very closely.
I don't know. I'm just making a joke about them being bad.
Yeah, they are
Generically,
very bad.
just
They're very bad. I don't think they'd give up a source. That feels like something that.
it seems like something Barry Weiss would probably do,
Yeah.
and she's not there anymore.
No. She's with
Famously,
Breitbart now.
she famously went on to make her own. It's asleep.
Oh.
She went on to make her own newspaper called I Am Being Silenced. Why did that explode?
Why did you...
I didn't.
Why did you do that, Chris?
I didn't? I didn't think I did. I did it. That I did.
Oh, was that your hellfire?
Yeah.
There's a lot of paralyzed monsters around here. Ah!
Got it.
This guy's
Hey,
having
that's
a
worth
good
it.
time.
That was dope. I will eat that golf swing.
I think Owen's dead.
I think so.
Can you not hear me still?
Oh,
You're
I heard
better.
that.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I also haven't been talking, but like,
Okay, maybe that's just my concern. Maybe I just want to hear you more.
oh, okay.
you have
Want to hear my allergy-laden voice?
Okay, yeah. To say you sound under the weather.
Yeah. Ever since Sunday, man, I just like my allergies just started kicking my ass.
Haley had it since Monday all of a sudden, which is weird because my allergies started kicking my ass last week and have been less bad this week.
Yeah, I used one of our at-home COVID tests and I didn't test positive. So because we went to a concert and like the second I stepped in there, my throat got scratchy. I was like, "Fuck."
Oh yeah.
So I was like, you have those days where you're like, well, I know when I wake up tomorrow, my throat's gonna hurt. So it's basically been that since then.
Oh, did I tell you guys what happened at the drag show?
Oh, no.
What happened to the drag show?
Thanks
Yeah,
for
I guess
asking, Owen. I thought there would be more questions about the drag show part as I dropped that.
Well, you asked, like, oh, did I tell you guys what happened? And usually that's a lead-in for them to, the people you're talking to answer honestly, and then if they say no,
that
you
makes
continue
sense.
the conversation.
No,
You're
that's
already
sensible.
aware of the drag show because you had introduced it earlier.
Oh, I introduced the drag show?
Yeah, like, we knew you were working a drag show.
Damn, well, that... I was hoping that the thing... Something did happen at the drag show. This isn't just a bit, but I was hoping that I had not mentioned the drag show before, because you'd be like... No, I thought it would have been a bit... Do you know...
Well,
And now we need to know what happened at the drag show.
how do I turn you around? Fucking, that was stupid.
You have to hold a button so you can move it.
Yeah, I think I just poorly timed jumping on it because it was facing the exact opposite direction of the Diablos.
They were...
Yeah,
waged
it's the
in
right...
warfare.
It's the right trigger.
No, it's the right bumper.
Right bumper. I can never remember which is which. Yeah, it's the right bumper, and that'll allow you to turn it.
Okay, I can't wait to turn off that function.
Anyway, the thing that happened at the drag show is that their audio guy fucking broke our speakers.
Oh,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Like,
Exciting.
just blew them out, or
Essentially, yeah. There was one point when he was like doing sound check where me and one of the other production managers like looked up and we were like, "Hey, why are our speakers flashing as though there are light bulbs inside of them?"
ooh.
And we're like,
Sounds
"That's
like
probably
fun.
bad, right?" And we pointed it out to him. He's just like, "Oh yeah, I noticed that. It means you're pushing it a little hot, so I should probably like tone it down." Then I guess he just fucking didn't because they broke halfway through the first act.
Yikes.
jeez.
How bad can you be blowing some shit out for that to happen? Was it like
Yeah.
fucking deafening in there?
I mean, it was pretty fucking loud. But like,
This was in Trot,
yeah.
which isn't exactly built for like a stadium rock concert.
No, correct. And like it's pretty it's a pretty a fairly intimate venue. Like we have a balcony, but it's like 60, 70 feet from the stage still. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right up there.
It doesn't need to be like blowing everyone's shit out.
yeah. And like so the drag queen had a lavalier mic on for the parts with the addressing of the audience and talking. And like the audio guy was like, so we're gonna when he was EQing it to try and get it as loud as possible, he just essentially cut out every frequency and then just turned up the gain more and then added in like a graphic equalizer and basically just cut every frequency and then turned it up more and then added compression, but he mostly just added compression so he could turn up even more gain. And so I think that was the problem. Is that he just cut every frequency and then instead of like... So then he just undid all of his work by making it louder and louder. So the frequency cuts didn't matter, really.
So what organization was this?
I can't say for certain. I just know like the name of the drag queen because that's like what the name of the event was.
Okay.
Are they gonna foot the bill for it to get repaired?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It seems like at least partially because Boss's boss, Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid, was in the lobby at one point after we frantically changed it during the intermission to just get speakers on sticks out so anyone could hear anything. And I told him what happened. He's just like, yeah, so that's gonna be billed back to him a little bit. I'm like,
Fucking
fuck
yeah,
I would-
good.
Yeah, I would hope so. Can't go into a place and fucking break their equipment.
Yeah.
It's just like a traveling show. It's
Yes.
like a touring act. Yeah.
Yes. And apparently, the speakers, we did know this because we had to fix them, but one side of the speakers, the highs, blew completely, like pretty much right before COVID, and because then it was right before COVID, they just didn't bother to fix it, and so we fixed it at the beginning of the semester. But apparently, it was also a drag show that blew those out.
Really?
Fascinating.
What
So-
the fuck?
Yeah.
You
so
should just require them to bring their own speakers.
Isn't that like a drag show would never draw a big enough audience for Clues, but they like want to act like they're in Clues or something?
pretty much, I think. Like, and like, it doesn't have like a big line array or anything. It has, I think, 4 on each side, which is pretty tame because we don't need it to be loud in there for what we do.
It's very rare that you ever need speakers to play music in Trot.
Yeah, like, it's a venue made for ballet and orchestra. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously you have, like, Felice's electroacoustic shit sometimes, and, I mean, maybe there's, like, some music to split up between acts in, like, a theater production or something like that, but, I don't know.
yeah, but even then, and like, Felice cares about like that 8.1 stuff, so he keeps the mains pretty tame to match what every other speaker around the house is doing.
Yeah, and I mean, he's also not someone who is exactly fond of the loudness war issue to begin with. So,
Yeah, because he's been around for a while and he's like in music production and he knows what's up.
yeah.
I have 107, 8, 9 Diablos carapaces.
Nice.
Why have I fought so many of these?
Well, We've done that quest a billion times because I look for wyvern gems, but I got none again that time. Of course, we didn't cut either of the tails, and I wasn't thinking about
I know you had 2 dual blades.
it. We had 2 dual blades and no tail cuts.
Score.
But considering I was my para dual blade set, which means I just run around just hitting whatever is closest to me, I'm not surprised.
Oh yeah, I also was just hitting.
Because in dual blades, you don't pay attention to playing the game; you just hit.
No, yeah, you just hit the button that does the damage, which, lucky me,
Which is
that's
cool.
every button.
Oh, Tim, I finished Sound of the Sky.
Oh dang! Yeah, it is
Blew
only
through it in like 3 days.
it is only like 15 episodes, right?
Yeah, it's like with the OVAs, it's like 14, I think.
Okay.
But since it was so easy to watch, since it was on YouTube, I just kept watching it.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it very much. It's a nice little show.
Yeah. It doesn't really get too big for its britches at any point.
Yeah, does a very good job staying self-contained.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, man, I wish there were a couple more episodes just so I could get more of the history of, like, the war or where they are.
Yeah.
Everything is in French, but then, like, they are speaking Japanese, but then when they are reading Japanese, they're like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, it's clear that it's like some vague future place, potentially. I
Right.
forget, is it post-apocalypse and everything?
Yeah, post-apocalypse.
Very far post-apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is a very good show. Love the music, but I knew I was going in. So
Yeah, I feel like that's one Chris would probably like too.
yeah,
That was, I don't think I watched it when we lived in the house. I think I watched it the summer before coming back.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to be too busy trying to find out how I can watch Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer,
Oh, God, never mind.
a movie for which, for some reason, I saw 2 gifs of on Twitter in the past few days. I don't know why that one's popping up again.
Someone put something up.
Hey, anyway? Tell me about the show.
Good.
Yeah.
yeah. Very
Oh, it's
good.
a good one.
Yes, it's actually a good show.
They decided to make one of these good for once?
I think there's actually an affordable release of it now too. There used to only be like the DVD release, and that
Yeah, they've got a Blu-ray out now that you can get for like $35, I think.
yeah, which is way better because
Yeah.
I think DVD got up to like 200.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because it's definitely like modeled off of K-On, but it's not. But isn't it like A1?
Yeah, it is none of the same staff or anything. Which I think when it came out, that was a big reason why people were like, "This is just fucking K-On again, but in a different thing." And it's like, I mean, yeah, in a dramatically different thing.
Yeah, K-On. They're just high schoolers trying to start a band.
Yeah. Because I forget, are they all training to be like bugle players or whatever in that, or is it just?
No, it's just the main character. The rest of them are like actual. They're trying to be like actual military something, like a doctor or a technician or stuff like that. But Rio also plays bugle,
Right.
but I think she actually plays real trumpet. So
Real
like,
trumpet.
Mm-hmm. And not just like valveless bugle.
I would argue that valveless bugle is the realest trumpet of them all.
I mean, it's the OG.
It's the OG.
Yeah, I think that might have been the show I watched like either right before or right after going to Japan. And I don't know, it was just it must have been right after because I think I was just in a period of like just chilling out for a week. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I just have very relaxing and fond memories of that.
Yeah, it's a very. I enjoyed watching it. It was very real. Like there's obviously like conflict and stuff, but it never felt like horrible things are going to happen to these characters.
Right. And some of them have like baggage or
Yeah,
PTSD and stuff like that. And it's kind of interesting how it peers into that a little bit.
they dealt with that. Those Oshima strings, though, god damn it! Like, they the first time they did the Amazing Grace that like starts with the trumpet and then it goes into the fully orchestrated one, I was like, stop it, please. I only have enough water in my body.
There's something I don't know if she's got a mixer or if she just likes to mix them, but it seems like wherever they're recorded from, they always end up sounding the same, which is like very lush, very like not even reverb heavy, but just like there's so much space to them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like it was recorded in a very acoustic friendly environment or something.
She has actually one mic per string per instrument.
So it just sounds like really close.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare to master.
Seems like it would be a nightmare to set up the recording.
Yeah.
Can I get a little more Violin 2 Chair 5?
Mm-hmm. D string, please.
And tone down the E string. We don't need any more E string here.
Can you EQ out the E string for Violin 2 Chair 5?
Do you think we're a bunch of fucking amateurs here? Good bit.
Why are we hunting a Lagombi?
I saw something I needed a Lagombi ear, and I was like, that's weird. That'll take 2 seconds.
Yeah. I'm not complaining, I'm just wondering.
The Lagombi's going to be complaining.
Long ass time since I fought a Lagombi. In fact, I feel like I need low rank Lagombi stuff.
Oh, no, it's possible mine was a low rank Lagombi. I didn't actually look at what I needed. I just saw the word Lagombi.
Well, I vaguely remember you saying last time you needed something plus, so hopefully that's true.
Yeah, Lagombi ear plus. Okay.
Alright, we're good. Good here.
We're so good here.
We're Saul Goodman from the hit television show
The Good Place.
The Good Saul.
The Good Saul. Saul,
Breaking Good.
The Good Wife, featuring Bob Odenkirk.
Better break good.
I saw...
Better break good?
Yeah, you heard me.
Catchphrase. Can this thing stop fucking moving? Damn.
Seriously.
Better break good, and then he looks at the camera and says, I said the show name. And he smiles.
And then he breaks a Kit Kat bar.
If you want to hear more show names read on television, you ought to call Saul.
Hire Bob Odenkirk.
Oh.
You better.
You better.
Why is it so far away?
Don't know.
Feel the snake bite enter my veins.
So somebody was saying something that mattered.
Yeah, before we went on.
Someone said better or something?
We're going to have like...
I think it was before the Better Call Saul bit.
It was.
Is it something about the Lagombi?
Ask Tim. He's
I
the
don't
one that
think so.
pivoted to Better Call Saul. I saw a fan cam recently that was one half Reagan Arataka, one half Saul Goodman, and that was the closest I've ever come to feeling like I should watch Better Call Saul.
People like Better Call Saul.
People like Better Call Saul almost better than they like Breaking Bad, it seems like.
I think they do like it better than Breaking Bad.
I do
I
like
think
Bob
everyone-
Odenkirk.
And I do like Bob Odenkirk.
Now, is it weird that it is a prequel that features a 15-year older Bob Odenkirk? Yes, a little
Yeah,
bit.
like a much older Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk, he doesn't even look that old as a thing.
Really. He just
I
kinda
mean, he aged pretty well.
Yeah.
he's always pretty much looked like a dad.
Also, he's an action star now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for the
Randomly.
thing, anyway.
I mean, in fairness, she's an action star because somebody thought, wouldn't it be funny if we made Bob Odenkirk an action star? And
Yeah,
they did it.
Yeah.
And he is just easygoing enough to be like, yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Mm.
That sounds interesting.
Did you see that Natalie Portman got like fucking busted?
She got fucking jacked.
She got jacked as shit for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the new Thor movie.
Like, it was probably already possible for Natalie Portman to kill me, but not like she could incredibly kill me easily with her bare hands.
Yeah, she could crush your arm and your bicep.
Yeah.
Like, crush your arm and
No,
your
we
bicep.
need
She could
to.
skull
I don't know what use
Natalie
crushing my arm with her bicep would be, but I suppose she could.
To dismantle you.
Piece by piece.
Yeah.
using her arm as a
As a
like
vice,
a lobster cracker.
As a lobster.
Yeah,
So you see that
for
For Thor 4 Love and Thunder, Natalie Portman is actually going to be a lobster in this one?
Yeah, she asked Tim and Eric for their lobster costumes.
Well, the alligator Thor was just so popular. Or alligator Loki was so popular that we had to
Yeah.
have lobster Thor.
Who's the horseman Thor? I never remember his name.
Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
Beta Ray Bill, that's what his name is.
Jordan reminded
That's-
me recently that he was canonically the first person who is not Thor to wield Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Is what? So Beta Ray, like as in like the Hulk stuff?
That's
That's
Gamma
Gamma,
Rays.
Tim.
Fucking hell, my god.
That's
yeah,
the
beta
other
rays
Greek alphabet radiation.
yeah, alpha, beta, and gamma rays.
I believe our brains give off beta rays.
It might be. Beta rays are like, I think, loose neutrons. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. And then
Also, did you guys see that awful trailer for the She-Hulk show or movie
yeah.
or whatever it is?
It is a show,
makes
and it's
me-
upsetting.
It
makes
looks
me sad.
awful. It looks
It's really
so
bad.
bad.
It, like,
I was talking with my brother about this yesterday, and I don't understand how, like, the richest, like, entertainment corporation on Earth will allow their premiere shows to look like that.
oh, it's
Yeah.
because they don't want to pay the good CG artists, so they
Yeah.
farm out to sweatshops.
Yeah.
Well, Sam was, like, he made some comment about how, like, man, it, like, I think the old DC shows had better CGI, and it's just, like, they were probably using worse people than them.
Yeah.
The CW DC shows looked better, and it's just like, yeah.
And they have like not
What
even
looks
half
bad
the
about
budget. The CG for She-Hulk just looks atrocious.
Oh.
Like it's
Let's put it this way.
amazing that they thought that they wanted to release that trailer as is.
Yes, like, let's put it this way. Lou Ferrigno looks better than the current Hulk and She-Hulk.
I mean, they've been animating Hulk for decades now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over-
in
yeah.
in big budget, like, movies. But this
Yeah.
is a low budget television show.
Almost 20 years for the Eric Bana Thor.
Is that the one with the
Yeah.
sad Hulk music?
Yes.
That's all.
Oh
I
wait,
know
no,
about
that's the Lou Ferrigno one.
Show.
it. Who's Lou
That's the
Ferrigno?
show.
Lou Ferrigno was like the one in, like, the 60s or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just, the joke is that he's just a guy in, like, green body paint. essentially.
Yeah, and he was
that is
like a-
essentially they just put the actress playing She-Hulk in green body paint, and then went into Photoshop and it just like dragged the corner a tiny bit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
it looks
worse.
it's so bad.
If they had just covered her in, like, the green body paint that the Star Trek people use, it would have looked better.
Also, there wasn't anything in there that made me think like, yeah, this is some good Phoenix Wright nonsense.
Phoenix, right?
I think it's supposed to be like, oh, she's still an
He's a lawyer.
attorney, even though she's
Yeah, the entire point of She-Hulk is that she is an attorney. Like 80% of her shit just takes place in a law firm, basically.
Oh, well, just immediately seeing images. That is
here you
just
go, Tim.
that's just a green woman.
It's just a
Yeah,
it's just a green woman.
I thought they were like she doesn't get big like Hulk. I guess
no,
she does.
No, she's big.
She does get buff, and she is like probably like 8 feet tall. There, it's just it doesn't look like it.
But why is she? I don't know. Like the Hulk is like
Different.
ridiculously jacked. Why is the She-Hulk not ridiculous?
Because, well, I don't know how they do it in this one, but and Jordan can fact check me on this. But doesn't she only get like a blood transfusion or something?
She
Yeah,
is,
she
yeah,
is
she
a-
is a blood transfusion.
she's Bruce Banner's cousin, and
Right.
at one point, she was in a car accident, and Bruce gives her a blood transfusion to save her life, and she inherits some of the Hulk powers. And so, I do think there's a certain extent where, like,
diluted.
yeah, so she doesn't Hulk out as much as Bruce. Like, she's the same person, Hulk, like She-Hulk and non-She-Hulk, is the idea. And so there's probably an aspect of that, but it's also like she was an 80s comic book female character, so she had to be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got that really good actress to play her.
Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah.
No, she's good. Like, she was like the one thing about that.
Too.
Yeah, she was the one thing about that commercial where it's just like, all right, this could be good if the CGI didn't look terrible.
Yeah.
They had. I did not realize they had the actual Hulk actor whose name escapes me. Yeah, about Mark Ruffalo. Thank you. And also, I can't hear you.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I heard like, ugh, like in the middle of it, and it triggered the memory.
Cadence of Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. And like I didn't realize they were having Mark Ruffalo back, so that's pretty cool.
The LaCroix of Mark Ruffalo.